the place where Fair is now, it actually was the cutest general store. It was this cute man who owned the store, and he curated things from Europe and would bring them and sell them. And so I love just to go there to shop, but like even just going into this place, it just felt transformative into like another place in time almost. And my family and I spent a summer in France, and we had the best time just unplugging, stepping away from everything, and just enjoying the small beauties around us. And that culture there, especially like in the countryside, reminded me how important it was just to like slow down and see just the beauties around us. And so much of what makes their culture beautiful is they are a creative people who invest in their architecture and their gardens and their, all of that kind of thing. And I just felt like that was missing in my life, in my little community.
In so many lives.
And so many lives.
Here in America.
Yes.
In our fast-paced.
We're so fast-paced.
Society, our disconnection, our
what's next. And we kind of haven't, like, we're more about efficiency and, and have lost a lot of these arts that actually are really grounding and bring us together and are good for us, for our souls, gives us a boost of endorphins. And so it was my little way to just bring a little piece of France, a little piece of creativity to Salt Lake City. And I wanted my kids to be a part of it. To your point, we all know that phones are such a part of our life.
Yes. And they're good.
They're great.
They provide a very valuable.
Amazing. But in these little pockets of these friend pockets, so I just had witnessed so many of their gatherings would revolve around just looking on their phones. And I just thought, how awesome it would be to have a place for these kids to come and have a project to be working on while they're talking and hanging out and having fun. Obviously I love good girlfriends. I love hanging out. I love having fun. And, but I love to create too. So I was just like, let's just put that together.
I love that you saw a problem and a need in your own family. And then you had the courage to say, okay, I've got a solution and I'm going to make this happen. Because oftentimes those ideas and those dreams that we have just stay as ideas and dreams, but to actually get it into, to cultivate that to something that really takes shape and form in the form of a business.
Yeah.
Takes a lot of courage.
It does take courage. It was terrifying for sure at points. And it doesn't happen overnight either. Like I said, it was just like, it was this kind of little thought in the back of my mind. I never thought this was my dream to do this, but it was just like, I would have loved it if if I had that. I wonder if I'll ever, and then it just stuck there, and life happened that just a few things opened up that it just became really clear, like this is the time to do it. And everything was kind of falling in place.
Yeah. Well, I think those nudges, those little pings of inspiration, it can be easy to say, oh, it wasn't a big deal. It was just something small. But I think those are everything.
Yeah.
And we just have to learn to pay attention and to act on them. And the more we will notice and recognize that little bit of inspiration that comes to us and then act on it, the better we get at recognizing it and having it more and cultivating that muscle, really.
Yeah.
Because that did change the trajectory of what you're doing and how you spend your time and what you're cultivating in the community and for your own kids. Right? I mean, that small, tiny little thought, that small decision ends up being a huge blessing for your life and for the community.
Yeah. Yeah. It was small, and it started out as I saw a for lease sign on this store window. I actually went to go buy a gift there, and it was closed down, and I was so bummed. And I was like, oh, I love this place. It's closed, and it just was like, right, this place actually could be perfect. It's in a neighborhood. It has the right feel. It's cozy, all of these things. And then I was like, I'm just going to call. I'm just going to call and see how much it would cost to rent the space out. And then it was like, I called, and then it was like, okay, maybe it's doable. And then it's like, I'm going to just talk to some people who I know who are extra creative. Like, do they feel like this is something they'd be interested in teaching a class or taking a class, and just kind of put a few little feelers out. And it just, before I knew it, it was like,
You had the validation
Yeah.
that you needed after kind of putting it out there.
yeah,